Hey guys, Trainer DC here, coming at you with another video. When exactly is Pokémon Legends Z-A coming out? Obviously, we got the window of late 2025 in the trailer that we got on Pokémon Day, but there's been a lot of discussion online as to when exactly this game is coming out in the latter part of this year. And this all mainly stems from the Japanese website for Pokémon Legends Z-A. The Japanese website for Pokémon Legends Z-A says that this game is going to come out in autumn of 2025, which generally speaking, whenever Pokemon announces a game for late 2025, we automatically presume that it's going to be November, right? Because that's generally speaking when their games come out. Every game since X and Y outside of Legends Arceus came out in November, usually the week before Thanksgiving here in the US. I presumed in seeing the trailer that it's going to be no different for Pokemon Legends Z-A, but then we have the autumn release on the Japanese site. Well, you might be saying to yourself, Trainer DC, well, November falls into the autumn time frame. What are you talking about? And I don't disagree with you. Typically, when Pokemon announces a new game like this and they give us the late 2025 release window here in the US, they usually give a winter 2025 release window for that game. So generally speaking, like for Scarlet and Violet, right, we got that late 2022 release window. In Japan, they gave a winter 2022 release window, but for this game, they're giving it an autumn release window, which is causing a lot of speculation online that this game might actually be coming a bit sooner than we were thinking. It might actually be coming in the early parts of the fall or even the end of the summer. And there's another piece of information here that came up recently that really comes into play, and that is the Pokemon TCG. The Pokemon TCG, as we all know, releases usually after a game comes out. We've never gotten a TCG release for a new game that's come out before that said game. So the reason I'm bringing this up right now is, if you guys don't know, the Pokemon trading card game is going to be introducing Mega Evolutions to the TCG this year in celebration of Pokemon Legends Z-A. And as a part of this, they're actually starting a brand new series of the TCG. If you guys don't know how the trading card game works, every generation counts as a series of the trading card game, right? So Sword and Shield is a series of the trading card game. Sun and Moon is a series of the trading card game. X and Y is a series of the trading card game. And within the X and Y series, they had some releases for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire to celebrate those games. Within the Sword and Shield generation, they had some releases for both Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and Legends Arceus. Well, this time around, the Scarlet and Violet series is actually going to be coming to an end. When Pokemon Legends Z-A comes out, they are ending the Scarlet and Violet series to start a new generation of the TCG called the Mega Evolution series, and this is going to serve as a shorter series to cover Legends Z-A, which this is something that is very unusual. The last time the trading card game did this was for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver all the way back in 2009, 2010. It's been a long time since they've broken up a generation like this. Like Diamond and Pearl had its series, and then Heart Gold and Soul Silver had its own series with its own unique designs, with its own gimmick. Because if you guys don't know, Level X was the gimmick in Gen 4 in the TCG, and when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, Level X was gone and Pokemon Prime was in. That was the new gimmick. For Scarlet and Violet, EX is obviously the gimmick, and we have Terrastal EX. Well, when the Pokemon Mega Evolution series comes in, Terrastal is gone, Mega Evolution is in. The reason I bring this all up is because in Japan, the Mega Evolution TCG is going to be releasing in August. And as I said before, the TCG always releases after the game comes out. They never release the TCG before the main series game releases, which is where the confusion is coming into play, right? Because we have that autumn release window from the Japanese site, which we could infer would mean sometime between September and October, a little bit earlier than our typical releases, but nothing too crazy, right? Maybe we get it a month or two sooner than we are used to. Given that the TCG is coming out in August, is it possible that Pokemon Legends Z-A is actually coming out in July or August of this year? That would technically be the summertime, which kind of throws everything into a loop with the whole autumn release window that was given on the Japanese site. But nevertheless, it would be rather strange for us to be getting our first Pokemon Legends Z-A trading card release when the game itself isn't even out yet. Is it something that's unheard of? Is it something that's impossible to happen? No. It's something they've never done before, but just because they've never done something before doesn't mean they can't do it now, right? With that all being said, when exactly is this game coming out? Quite frankly, I'm kind of thrown for a loop with this. I thought for sure before we even got to Pokemon Day this year, like when this game was announced last year in 2024 on Pokemon Day, I thought for sure we'd be getting it in January or February this year. Obviously, that's not the case. We got the confirmation it's coming out in late 2025. So I presumed, okay, we're going to get it in the second or third week of November, right before Thanksgiving, like we get every other Pokemon game. But now we have this monkey wrench thrown in there where the Japanese site says autumn. And to me, November would count as autumn, but apparently they typically say winter when it's a November release. They don't call it autumn, which would indicate that this game is coming a little sooner than we originally anticipated from that late 2025 release window. So if I had to guess right now, I would say this game's probably coming out in either August, September, or October. That's the window I think we're looking at here. Although the other monkey wrench, as I mentioned before, is this TCG release. Would the TCG really come out before the game itself comes out? I would find that rather odd if they decide to do that. So I would argue this game is probably going to come out at some point in August to either release alongside the TCG or right before the TCG. Of course, they could still release the TCG first. It's something they've never done before, but just because they've never done it before doesn't mean they can't do it. So maybe we get the TCG in August and then we get Pokemon Legends Z-A in September or October. But I think the window we're looking at here is August, September, or October for the release of Legends Z-A. And we should find out relatively soon. I mean, whenever that next trailer drops, presumably in the month of May or June, we'll probably get the confirmation of when exactly this game is coming out and if there will be some Switch 2 enhancements, because at that point in time we'll know the release date for the Switch 2 and all that, and I'm presuming there's going to be some sort of enhancements, if not a full-on separate version of this game for the Nintendo Switch 2. But again, that all remains to be seen, and we'll have to wait and see on all of that. But for now, we know this game is coming out at some point this year, and I would bet that it's happening between August, September, and October. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all of this. When do you guys think Pokemon Legends Z-A is coming out? Do you think it's going to be our typical November release and the Japanese site's just saying autumn for no reason? Or do you think it's coming out a little bit sooner because of that Japanese site? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.